So I met Ryan Green through Vaden, and I worked with a band called Box Burning that was going to go through his studio, and the funding kind of fell out of place. So I've met him, and I've met Bob in passing. From going through the studio process, what are some things that you kind of gleaned from that process that made you guys a better band? Do you think that that you've pulled bits and pieces here and there from each guy to kind of make you who
Absolutely.
you are today?
Absolutely. I mean, they've all got their own little tricks and their own little ways that things should be done that they feel is the best way. And you really do take little bits and pieces that you're like, oh, right. Even all the way down to tempos, like drummers.
Sure.
I remember, drummers throughout the years, like, slow it down, it'll be faster live. So, you know, think about that. It's okay if it's faster live, but if it's slower live, you're kind of failing.
Yeah.
So if you want to pull it back a bit on the record, it'll still be intense, trust me. But if it's faster than you'll be playing it live, it's going to sound like a downer. So little things like that, vocal techniques, not a whole awful lot. Just do it again. And Ryan's big thing was, I always say at the end of my album, I'm like, how was that? He's all, not bad for you.
Let's try one more time.
And then I know what that meant. I knew he was going to push record again, and I'm right back right back behind the microphone. So it became a common language with all of that, and it lightened the mood. Let's say after 7 hours of singing the same shit over and over again. So it made it fun, and it's just everyone's got their own thing. Bill Stevenson, with the blasting room from Descendants, he's the drummer of Descendants. For those who don't know, working with him, he's a drummer, but I worked vocals with him. He's a vocal guy, and so he's like really good at harmonies, this and that and the other thing, and he would refine my vocals to be like, okay, wait, what are you trying to do there? I don't get it. I'm like, I'm trying to do la ha 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 ha. Ha. He's like, okay, you're not doing that. So let's do that again. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? I just did that 17 times. And then I would refine it a little bit and like really focus on the notes rather than just what I thought was doing in my head. And I would nail it. And I'd be like, oh, okay. And that's a learning moment for me. So take that into consideration, Jason, next time you're doing a record or vocals or whatever. So yeah, little things like that, man. Honestly, all the way around with the guitar and bass as well. All those things kind of came into play. Just each specific producer's styles, something always rubs off on you that you take home
So
with you.
you're actually, I just saw you post something earlier today about it that you're going to be starting to record a new Authority Zero album, but you're doing it yourself this time. Um,
What we're doing is we've actually the guys came into town. It's our 30-year anniversary, like I said earlier. So for that, we wanted to do something special for the fans, and we couldn't think of there's like the box sets, but unfortunately, because of the big record deals back in the day, Atlantic Records still owns our first two records.
oh,
So we are not, yeah, it fucking sucks. And so we're not able to do the box set thing, especially with our first two albums that came out as the most prominent ones, putting us
So you're
out
gonna
there.
have to do Taylor's version.
Yeah, we record them and put them out. We've talked about that, but we'll see what happens. When that came up, I was like, I like the ideas we have for the kids to listen to and buy at the table, but there's something very special about what was done that back then with those records, the people involved, because things have changed in the band, people have moved on and things like that, and so there's something very, very, time, space, and all that with that album, the first two albums that I almost wanted to keep just locked up as that, in the little capsule. So we'll see. We're always trying to move forward with things too, and just keep on writing new music and keep people interested with new stuff, even though everybody hates new stuff. But we're stoked to write new Nobody wants to hear new stuff. They want to hear old stuff. And I get it. I'm kind of the same way with my, as being a fan of bands. So with this record, what we're doing right now, we didn't set out to write a new record. We set out to write a 5-song LP. We'd never done a 7-inch vinyl before. And we're like, that'd be a fun table item for the kids, something for the 30 year. We'll make some new artwork. It'll be something special to commemorate the year. And then we got together for 8 days. And I had a bunch of ideas backlogged in my little iPhone thing, whatever, with some chorus hooks and melodies, intent with, lyrics and stuff like that, and some guitar things. So when we got in there, I was like, all right, who's got something? What do we got? We wanted to get all of us. For the first time since back in the day, we got together as a 4-piece band and wrote these songs. So last record was me and my bassist Mike. He wrote the entire thing. He played guitar on it even. And before that, it's always been one or two or three guys, essentially. So this is the first time getting this crew of people into the band room and like, let's see what our band actually sounds like. What is Authority Zero 30 years later with what's going on? Not what we think it should be or the fans think it should be. What's it actually? What is this band? And so we started writing, and it just like we started writing a song a day, sometimes a song and a half. And our intention was 5 songs, maybe 6 actually. And then every day, like by day 5, we already have 5 songs. We're like, let's keep it going. We got 4 more days before you guys got to fly home. And we had 9 songs by the end of the session, which we had 8 days in total.
Oh,
And
wow.
so I'm like, we're almost to a full record, guys. I'm like, I'm glad we kind of put ourselves under the gun here to do something for this year specifically, because now we're well on our way to writing our new record that we can put out 2025 spring probably. And with that, we'll be recording in April with Cameron Webb again, who did The Tipping Point and Ollie Ollie Oxenfree, our last record. We'll be getting that finished up out there and then putting that out sometime in July with 7 inch.
Love that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Great.
Well, and really cool that you guys were able to kind of pull that back together for this year or for the 30th anniversary. I mean, it's wild to me because I guess your anniversary shows our age, so it's making me very introspective here.
Telling you, man, I know, me too. When I say it out loud, I told Roger Klein 30 years, like when we were out there in Mexico, because I have my 20-year tattoo right here. Like, he's all right at the stage. He's all, what's that? What's the 20 all about? I was like, oh, that's the band's, the band had its 20-year anniversary. He's all, oh, that's cool. I'm like, yeah, it's our 30-year anniversary. He's like, wait, what? He's like, my band's about to have its 30-year anniversary. And it was cool because he like went into, the talk of like, I told him about a future 30-year anniversary show in the end of the year here. He's like, dude, you should let my band open up for you guys on your 30-year anniversary show.
That'd be awesome.
And I was like, well, how fucking cool would that be? Like crossover wise, the Arizona thing, like
Yeah.
Arizona scene, like get Jim Adkins to come play acoustic. We're good to go. It's like
Hell yeah.
making a family affair.